To you, let me ask you, will the Prime Minister agree not to, raise Gezi Park? Will he agree not to do this mall? And also I need to ask you about the alcohol issue, because that does worry a lot of Turkey's young secular people who are used to being able to have a beer in Taksim Square. Yeah. Why has this measure been passed? People are worried about a creeping theocracy. I'm going to say it like that.
Well, Christian, again, I mean, I think this is really an expression of a great confusion about some of the measures that government has taken in recent years about, say, alcohol regulation. The alcohol regulation that was passed and that was approved yesterday by the president, in fact, brings exactly the same international standards that you have anywhere in the world, whether you go to the UK or Germany or the United States. It's not any different. It's the same global standards that the World Health Organization has instituted for the purchase and use of alcohol. It's not any different. When you have the same, regulation, say, in the UK, it's considered to be protecting the public from consumption of alcohol. When you have the same thing in Turkey, it is suddenly theocracy. It is suddenly authoritarianism. I'm having a hard time to understand this argument. In regards to some of these protesters, I have to mention this. Some of these people have been disrupting the public order, attacking. In fact, you can look at some of their flags, etc. Among them are the famous DHKPC, which is a leftist organization which carried out the attack on the American embassy back in February, which killed a couple of people there. So when you say these are all, peaceful protesters, we have to make this distinction. Otherwise, anybody who comes out on the streets to disrupt the public order will be treated as peaceful protesters. In regards
so the question, Mr. Kalin, because go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, in regards to this charge of authoritarianism, etc., again, I mean, this is really a very meaningless statement. People have been using this. I'm saying that, in fact, you have similar regulations. In the UK, for example, when Prime Minister Cameron says that there will be zero tolerance to all these disruptors, all these looters and plunderers, etc., this is considered to be a measure of protecting public order. When the police and other officials act in the same way in Istanbul, this is called authoritarianism. I'm trying to understand what's going on here. Is this a double standard or lack of understanding? Or maybe
well, Mr. Kalin,
I don't know.